Are you someone who is interested in trading options but just not sure how to go about opening an account? If so, then this video is created with you in mind. Hi, Darren here. I have been actively trading and investing in options since I graduated more than 10 years ago, and today I'll be guiding you step by step on how to set up a TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim account in Singapore to trade options in the US market. The main reason why I use Thinkorswim is its pricing. As you can see, for US exchange listed stocks and ETF, it is $0 per trade, and for options, it is 70 cents per contract. And when you buy to close an option trade for 5 cents or less, this fee will be waived for you. This is the login page for Thinkorswim. You can access it by typing invest.tdameritrade.com.sg. I'll also list the link down in the description below for those who need it. Things that you need to prepare beforehand are your ID verifications, which in this case refers to government-issued identity documents such as your NRIC or your passport, your address validation, such as a utility bill, bank or credit card statements, and your employment verifications, such as CPF or Notice of Assessment for those who are employed, or the latest tax assessment for those who are self-employed. Do note that once your account is approved, you'll receive a welcome email with funding instructions by TD Ameritrade. So the first part in setting up your account will be the registration portion. And there are 3 types of accounts to open: individual, joint tenants, or a corporate account. In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to open an individual account. Next is the account types. So you'll notice there are 3 options: cash, standard margin, and advanced margin. For a cash account, all securities purchased must be paid for in cash, and short selling is not allowed. You are also not allowed to trade in options and futures, and as we want to open this account for options trading, hence we will not be choosing this function. Next up is the standard margin account. So as you can see, with a standard margin account, you can borrow from TD Ameritrade to purchase marginable securities, which provides you up to twice the buying power of a traditional cash account, and the securities held in this account will act as collateral for the loan, and you will then pay interest on the money that you have borrowed. This account will allow you to create spreads, buy options, and write covered calls and puts. And lastly, we have the advanced margin account. In summary, this account allows you to also write uncovered options. So what are uncovered options? These are selling naked calls or puts. As I often sell naked puts in the market to earn passive income, hence I will open an advanced margin account. However, if you are someone who has just started out and just want an account to buy and sell options, then a standard margin account will be sufficient. Writing uncovered options can be very risky when done wrongly, and you can lose a lot of money if executed wrongly. Once you have selected the margin account that you want, you are given an option to apply for futures trading. As I myself do not trade futures, therefore I will leave this option unchecked. Next up, you need to answer whether you have an existing TD Ameritrade Singapore username and password. Assuming this is your first time, just click no. You'll then be prompted to enter the number in the image text over here, followed by your username and your password. Lastly, you need to do the contact information, and once everything is done, click submit. You will now be required to enter your new username and password. And when you enter it, you reach the second step of the registration process, which is inputting your personal information. From here, you input your residential address, citizenship details, and fill up your security question and your security answer. Once that is done, click submit. Next, you have to input your employment status. So if you are employed or self-employed, you need to input your employment details, as you can see over here. However, if you are a homemaker, a retiree, or a student, all you need to input is your source of wealth. The next step will be to input your financial information, starting with your bank information, and this will be the primary bank that will be used for deposits and withdrawals for your TD Ameritrade Singapore account, followed by your investment objectives, of which there are 3 choices: high, medium, and low, and your income and your net worth. And once everything is done, click submit. We are still at step 2, which is creating our user profile, and in this page we have to fill up the affiliates and disclosures. for affiliations, you need to answer if you, the account holder, or any alternate account owners, your spouse or any members of your immediate family are licensed by, employed by, or associated with a broker-dealer firm, a financial service regulator, a securities exchange, or a member of a securities exchange. If the answer is no, then just move on to the next section. However, if the answer is yes, then you'll need to declare if the firm is registered with the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority in the US. And if that is also a yes, then you will need to declare if your firm requires duplicate statements or notifications of your account opening with TD Ameritrade Singapore. And if that is yes, then you need to fill this information up, which is the company or organization name, the type of business, the business mailing address, the business contact name, the business contact phone, and the business contact email. The next section is to disclose whether you or any alternate account holders, your spouse, or any members of your immediate family are a director or a 10% shareholder or policy-making officer of a publicly traded company, an insider or affiliated with any insiders, have been initiated or been subjected to litigation, been investigated by an exchange organization, or if they are a politically exposed person or PEP for short. So once you have keyed in the answer, just click Submit. Next comes the customer account review. Please answer the questions accordingly. However, please note that if you have not transacted in a listed specified investment products of at least 6 times in the last 3 years, do not have a diploma or higher in the following choices, do not have any of the following certificates, and do not have a minimum of 3 consecutive years of working experience in the past 10 years in the following industries, and have not completed and passed the SGX quiz, then you will have failed the customer account review and your account will just be rejected. So if you pass the review, then you will now need to declare your trading experience. Do note that if you have 0 years of options trading experience, you will not be able to open an options trading account and a cash account will be offered to you. And if you do not have any experience in any of the strategies here, then you'll find it very tough to open an advanced margin account. Now you have to choose your notification preference. For me, I will recommend electronic, unless you want to get mail and email for 20 USD a month. Next up is your account security information. This is pretty straightforward. Just fill up a 4 to 6 digit numeric code and then answer if you want a 2FA setup. So if you want a 2FA setup, please download the TD Ameritrade's authenticated app on App Store or Google Play. And if you agree to everything, just click Submit. Now, if you decide not to have a 2FA, you just need to click this, which says that I have read and acknowledged the risk of opting out of 2FA. So guys, we are now at step 3, which is basically various disclosures and rules that you have to click to read. In summary, we have a day trading disclosure statement, a disclosure statement regarding electronic order routing and trading systems, extended hour trading session rules, margin disclosure statement, privacy statement, business continuity plan, the account handbook. If you have clicked all of it and read it and agreed to it, then just click I agree and click Submit. You are now brought to a page to read the account information and electronic delivery agreement. Once you have read it and are agreeable to it, then just click I agree and click Submit. Next are exchange agreements. For this part, you have to read each agreement carefully. The first agreement is the New York Stock Exchange or NYSE subscriber agreement. You have to answer if you use market data solely for your personal or non-business use. If you only use market data solely for personal non-business use, then you are considered a non-professional. However, if you use it for business, then you are a securities professional. Once you have selected the correct option and are agreeable, please click I agree. You will now reach the account forms page. Please read through the OCC disclosure statement and acknowledgement for your account. Click I agree if you agree to it and submit. Next, you then have to submit your W8 band. The form will pop up on your screen, so ensure you have no pop-up blockers. I have had issues using Safari, so it's best to use Google Chrome. And once you have filled up the W8 band, click Submit. And next up is the RWS acknowledgement, which refers to the risk warning statement disclosure. Read it and click I agree if you agree to it and click Submit. You will now need to read the funds on deposit disclosure. Read it, and if you are agreeable to it, then click I agree and click submit. Next, you have to check your email for a verification code, input it inside here and click submit. Of course, if you did not receive the code, just click over here and a new one will be sent to you. Next up is the customer agreement. Please read through the agreement, and if you agree to it, check this box over here and click submit. Finally, we are almost done. All we need to do is to upload a clear copy of the account holder's government-issued identification, an address verification, and an employment verification. And once you upload it, you can just wait for a confirmation email, and once you receive the email, you can then proceed to fund that account. So guys, these are all the steps required in opening a Thinkorswim account. Once your account is set up, you can head down to tdameritrade.com.sg and click Tools and Platforms. From there, you can see the different ways to trade using Thinkorswim. For those who want to use their desktop, just click Thinkorswim Desktop and download the desktop application. This will be the best option for serious traders. If you want to trade from a computer without downloading an application, you can click Thinkorswim Web. And if you want it on the go, you can always download Thinkorswim on your mobile devices. That's it for my step-by-step tutorial on setting up a Thinkorswim account. Type in the comments below on any other tutorials that you want, and I will try my best to make one for you. And if you found value in this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. See you!